Got a base today, 714-69031. Should have some really good loot. A lot of melee weapons, a couple of guns. It's 1C4, so, but there's a lot of chests, so I was kind of watching videos while I was doing the raid to kind of know where exactly to go. I'm going to check out this bike right here real quick, because I think it's got some white paint. Yep. So if you didn't bring it in through water bottles, you can take and use those to fill up. But we're going to take in, use our 1C4 and play in the front door, go in. And that's all you need for this base is 1C4. You see it's pretty open. Bring some iron hatchets. And behind this wall right here is a dry rack, which is a really good thing if you do it right. That way you can use that to keep the zombies out while you loot the inside, which the only one who will come in after you will be the big one later on. But for now, early on, till you get through all your waves, you can take and use that as a blockade between you and them. At the same time, when they come in, you can draw them in here, and if you got a pistol or melee weapon, you can dispatch with them right there from a fairly safe distance. So this is the best way to come to this base. Also, I got this turret right here, and there's only there's one main chest. It's gonna be down here in the corner, lower right. And as you can tell, a lot of katanas, which are really good swords, really fast weapons. They're great for bunker alpha. If you want to save your guns, you can use these melee weapons for a lot of the mobs down there using the door trick. So anytime you come across these, you want to grab them. I don't think we can make them, so find them in a raid. This many on this great. And what I'm going to do is load my bike up and use this floater bloater, since I haven't left my base. Haven't left this base. I'm gonna fill up the bike. He's gonna take out my character, and when I revive, I'll be back at my base with the bike. Kind of a glitch, but gives you one opportunity to come back to the base if you mess up and get taken out. But you can also use it to your advantage to bring more loot back to your base, and we all want more loot. But remember, if you do this, just make sure you don't leave your base. Now, leave the base you're going to. Now, you can go and scout out a base, and it does not count as, if you go there, scout out and come back, it does not count that you've left if you make no noise. If you make 1 point of sound, you don't want to do this, because once you leave the base the second time, it'll despawn. So this way, if you do this right, you can pick up an extra 8 items, or if you go times 20, 160 items. This right. Yeah. Depending on the stacks of 20. But you can only do this one time. So it's possible to go to the base, scout it out, make no noise, come back, load up your C4s, hatchets, whatever you may need, go back to the base. I usually try and go with the second wave, because I'm going to have at least about 60 more. I brought a melee here to get rid of our welcome committee here. But if you come back at about 70, even if you had to use one more C4, it's going to put you right about 95 noise, something like that. So you can probably get one more item. Just have to be quick about it. But we're gonna finish looting up the space. Get the rest of those katanas, and there's more guns around here. They're just kind of spread all over the place. And ever since they made it where they discourage you using your bike as a portable wall, it's more difficult to get on and off your bike in tight spots now. Kind of annoying, but you learn to live with it. I actually brought too many weapons of my own here for this raid. Could have left. I usually bring about 3 pistols of my own, unless I'm bringing all melee weapons. And that way, you know, I'm not wasting a whole lot. But also, if you can research your base by looking it up on YouTube, seeing if there's anything posted about the base or about the raid, and then you can set it up where, okay, do I need more guns? Can I use nothing but melee weapons? Kind of set up how you want to take into your raid. And also you can see what particular loot you may be needing at the time, because everyone's not going for the same stuff. I think we're all looking for guns, but as far as melee weapons, everybody may not want melee weapons. Some people look for paint, some people look for a lot of resources, wood, planks, iron bars, iron plates. Some things that take a long time. So if you find a base that's got some chests with that type of stuff, that may be what you're targeting, and not so much what you would think to be the norm. And obviously this red chest has a minigun in it, and there's 2 more chests there. There's one in particular I'm looking for. I think this is it. So much like the minigun, they're not too practical, but they do a lot of damage very quickly in particular situations. That's the chest I'm looking for. Stack of 20 turkey meat's kind of a bonus, but and on the 12 that are cooked, they heal you just like a med kit. I'm gonna rearrange this inventory so I can use the level 1 hatchets first. I think I like 2 more. I wish I could take that back, but since they nerfed it, we can't grab as many and bring them back now. That hurts. I did find a thing you can do. Any of the bunkers, since they're static, you can leave them there. I don't think they'll despawn. Now I don't know how many you can leave there, but you know you can only have so many at your own base. So if you only had 5 at your home base, I think I'll try that. See, leave 5 at my home base, and anything I catch while raiding, start taking to the bunker and see if they despawn. And then if they don't, see how many I can stock up over there. Because I have done that with the cart engines, and then just ran them up to the service station. Actually, no, I took some car engines to the service station and left them there. So I don't know how many I can do of that, but yeah, because the service station doesn't reset. Just the timer for the person who lets you upgrade your bike. So maybe taking extra engines to the service station could be a solution. There's the AK. Bring this last wave around so we can go ahead and dispatch with them. Now having a long melee weapon works, but as you can tell, I still was a little bit too close. And now we're going to fill the bike up with the most valuable of the items. Like your SCAR, the VSS, minigun. Those are rare weapons that you can only get either from a floppy disk crate or raiding, or if there's any special events in their reward. It's about the only time you can get them. So you're definitely going to put those in your bike. Plus, if you bring those back in your inventory, the raider's going to want a much larger cut. So you want to come back as poor as possible. So put all your high value items into your motorcycle. That way they will know you have them. Plus also, if you get froggy and want to do some I call it dancing with the big one, and you don't dance well enough, then everything that you have in your motorcycle will show up at your base. So it's not a total loss if it comes down to that. And as you can tell, I brought way too many weapons of my own. Like I said, at the most you only bring like maybe 3 pistols, or if it's all melee, maybe 2 offhand, main hand, and then a backup. My predicament here is having too many of my own guns and not the ones I'm picking up. The other thing is bringing too many iron hatchets, because they take so many resources. Hey, 2 full med kits. We'll make room for that. Iron hatchets, if you look at a video on the base that you're going to raid, and all these chests will let you break them open with level 1 hatchets. The Hulk Kafir never makes it where you need level 2 hatchets, just only for level 2 walls. But you don't want to bring enough iron hatchets to knock down any level 2 walls you may encounter. Otherwise, you really don't want to be doing like this, leaving 5 or 6 of them here, because that's just basically a lot of iron bars, tape, nails, and planks that you waste. But for this raid, the amount of loot that I've got so far, it's not too much of a deal, but I'm trying to mitigate it, because even that machete is broken. And empty water bottles, don't want to be leaving that or bring that back and leaving an iron hatchet at the base that you're leaving. I think there was one more chest, but that's gonna bring the big one. It's not full durability, and I don't have any gear. Oof. 1 hit, half my health. We gotta go. Well, you can tell this base had a lot of nice loot. So if you find it, you can rub your hands together and lick your lips. But thanks for watching. Till the next one. Happy raiding.